is that on purpose, letting me jump in.
Good morning. My name is Phil Elliott. It's July 29th. This is our house, 5261 Northeast 19th Avenue, Fort Lauderdale, which you have insured. I'm taking these pictures to show you that when we say we had damage from squirrels, we weren't making this up. Now you can see here the hardware cloth I have since put up. The squirrel damage, this is typical. There's more of it. This was caused after the mother squirrel got mad at us for closing up the holes, according to the wildlife people. It means that she has a nest of babies. Now here you can see distinctly those are footprints from the squirrels coming in. You should be able to see here the torn out screen behind there. These are just one of the few, one of several places throughout the length of the house. Every time I started by patching a place at a time, and every time I covered one, they would tear a new one. Now, when I finally got them all covered up, the reason we deduced that it was a mother squirrel, I'm going to step out here into the driveway. You'll see here considerable more damage. But when the squirrel came and found she couldn't get back at her babies, we decided that, and on consulting the wildlife people, see there's more of it. She went ape. My wife heard a noise. She thought somebody was hammering on the house. Came out here and found this mother squirrel attempting to destroy the fascia board in an attempt to get into the house, I guess. So we opened it back up and let her in there. And she's in there now. There's more tracks, you see. But you can see the damage that the mama squirrel did here. Now up in the attic, which we'll go to in a bit, up in the attic you'll find that the squirrels stripped the insulation off of, in fact, there's the culprit now. We dare not kill her because the babies are hidden up there somewhere. Babies would die, make a big stinky mess up in the attic. Well, anyhow, they've stripped the insulation off of most of the air conditioning duct. And that's not only dangerous for us, it has caused moisture from the air to condense on the surface of the ductwork and drip onto the ceilings below. I found where they're nesting, apparently. It's right up in here. I pulled the fascia down here. That light was put up there on the advice of the wildlife people as an effort to drive them out because she said they liked dark, quiet places. So we have a radio playing loud rock and roll music, and we put that light up there. So just a moment now, and I will go and get a ladder so we can see this. Now here you see that's insulation that fell out of that opening when I pulled that panel down, that board, to get at it. So we're going to go up the ladder now. And we're going to go look inside here. And there you see that insulation is not the blown-in insulation that's up in the attic, which is white. That is the pink insulation that was wrapped around the air conditioning ductwork. Now if we back off from here and go down a bit and over just to the next section. There is no insulation up there. So it's obvious that the squirrels put the insulation in there. Now in the process, okay, we're back around to the front. And I've got the garage open now. I just wanted to see. That's a roll of insulation I bought thinking I could go up and re-insulate the ductwork. I went up and tried. Cut off a piece of it. That cost me $17 for that roll. Here's the ladder leading up. I've got a light and a radio up here as well. Try to drive the squirrels out. You can see some of the light. Let's go up. Because I want you to see. Now this is the main trunk right there, coming right off the air conditioner. And you can see what the squirrels have done to it. Now if you look carefully, you can see the moisture, see the droplets, condensing on that. Now if I can get up a little higher, I'm going to move the light a little bit. Right down there is the place where that's where the water has seeped into the board. That's part of the framing holding up the plaster, the rock lath. And there's more damage back down inside, you see. And there's more all the way down. With the 3 air conditioning outfits that have been here to look at it, have all said the same thing, and that is that the main ductwork must be replaced. There's the radio. I have it turned off right now so you can hear me, but they say that the main ductwork must be replaced because it would be too expensive to try to come up here and wrap it with insulation, not to mention the fact that the main trunk that we're talking about, this is a flex duct. The main trunk is back in under the web of the truss, and as you can see, there just isn't any room in there for somebody to do it. And they say it has to be airtight too, or we'll still have the condensation problem. I had asked them about the possibility of just blowing in a great heap of blown in insulation on top of this and be done with it, and they said no, it won't work. It'll still get humidity in there. You got to have the vapor barrier, this silver foil on it. I'm going to go back down now. We're in the kitchen now, and you see these dark spots. That's what first made us realize that the squirrel problem was worse than we had imagined. Those are under that first bare spot you saw in the ductwork. What's happening is that the moisture is condensing enough, you can imagine how humid it is here in South Florida, that it is staining the ceiling. Now this